All right, so it's week 21. I know it's been a while since I did a video with you guys, and I'm sorry. The reason for that one is there wasn't much progress being made. I kind of hit a plateau, which I guess was to be expected. The second thing is I just got a little bit busy with life and frustrated, so I'll just update you with things that have happened. So, first major thing is, was there a ton of weight loss happening with the balloons? No. Was that frustrating? Yes. So I think in the last video, I kind of told you that basically any weight loss that was going to happen after the third balloon placement was going to be by pure anything was going to be purely by anything that I was going to do, whether it be exercise and diet, which exercise I was doing really good. I upped my exercise. I was working out probably, I was walking slash running 5 times a week. And then I was doing some high intensity, so some HIIT stuff 3 times a week to 4, maybe 5 times a week with my husband. So I was kind of doing like 2 a days, which didn't help with weight loss whatsoever. Were eating habits better? No, my eating habits were not that great. I was still doing like the same eating habits. I was eating a little bit less, not too much, you know. It wasn't like my portion sizing was significantly cut in half. And then on top of that, I was having some hunger pains, like severe hunger pains. My stomach would just cramp really bad. Like I was really, really hungry, which would cause me to want to eat more, I think, than what I should have been eating. So that was funny. But it wasn't funny. So, I had my weekly check-ins with my nutritionist, and I think she was getting to a point of frustration, just basically with how the scale wasn't tipping. I was pretty much stuck at 183. And so she was checking in with the doctor, and the doctor finally said something about, okay, well, let's try and try a weight loss medication. So this was probably about 3 weeks ago, that we did 3 to 4 weeks ago that we started a weight loss medication. So the weight loss medication was topiramate, which topiramate is actually a migraine medication, and it's topiramate at 25 milligrams. It's you take it twice a day, and it's a migraine medication, but it's been shown to help with weight loss. So I started the topiramate. It kind of helps. The first day was okay. Second day I had really bad anxiety. I don't know if it was because of the topiramate, but my anxiety was just off the roof, so I felt kind of yucky. Then the third day I felt normal. I felt like I was eating less, but then the scale went up and then it went down, and I don't know if it was because my cycle was starting or whatever. Sorry if that's TMI, but again, you know, water weight, blah, blah, blah. So again, it was just fluctuating up and down. I noticed I wasn't like as hungry. I had cut out snacking. So I was only eating like lunch or breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was still doing the coffee in the morning with creamer, which probably isn't the best or wasn't the best. And then I was eating out more because my son's schedule changed. So we had like a 3-hour visit on Tuesdays, which, you know, with work and everything else, it was like a dinner visit. So you had to make something quick. So that usually prompted us to like eat out. And we are eating out more frequently, which isn't good. And I just felt like I was eating so unhealthy. So, again, the scale just wasn't budging. My eating habits weren't that great, but I was feeling good from a workout perspective because I was doing it so continuously, or so continuous, and so repetitively and consistently. That's the word that I was looking for. So we went ahead, or I was doing that, but I know that my food intake needed to change. And so there was one weekend where I just said, you know what? I need to make a change as far as food goes, like point blank, period. So I went ahead and did a 7-day juice cleanse, and that was through Raw Generation. I ordered the juices off of their website. They came to me frozen, and you thaw them. I think they can stay in the refrigerator for 3 days. So I did the 7-day juice cleanse, and first day was okay. Had a really bad headache that lasted into the second day, probably into the second day, probably into the second afternoon. And then it slowly dissipated, and then it was easy from there on out. Second day to day 7 was really easy. I felt better. I wasn't very hungry. Temptations weren't bad. My family was eating normal. I was even preparing meals for them, like hamburgers. I was preparing like the normal meals. They would have their sweets, they would have their coffee, they would have, all the normal things. And it wasn't bad saying no to it. So, that really was like a mind reset for me. So I lost 7 pounds in that 7 days. So right now, I think I got down to 176 with the juice cleanse. And that was as of last Friday. So it is now Wednesday, and right now I am at 178. So I did gain a couple pounds back. We did go camping over the weekend, so I tried to pack like healthy snacks. I packed a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies. I didn't do coffee over the weekend, although I did like go to Dutch Brothers once. And then I had a sip of my husband's coffee, and I made me coffee yesterday because I was on break. But I'm not going back to it like on an everyday routine, because I know that that's really bad as far as like the amount of sugars that I drink in the morning. So that is one of the things that I learned that I'm going to cut out. I'm trying to stick to more raw, natural fruits, vegetables. So for my snacks, I did like blueberries and carrots yesterday. That was pretty much my lunch. Breakfast, I've been doing 1 regular egg and then 2 egg whites, and some chilies, as a side. But I'm trying to stick to like raw, natural fruits, veggies, smaller protein sizes, just because I noticed that like I don't really crave the proteins as much, chickens, meats. I don't crave that as much. I didn't miss it. So I'm trying to not stay away from it, but do smaller portion sizings with those. So yeah, I'm just trying to be more conscious and more healthy. And then as far as sweets goes, I think sweets, like dessert, was an every night thing. Whether it was just like 2 cookies or I don't know, whatever it was, but it was an every night thing. So now I'm trying to be more conscious and make it like not an every night thing. Make it maybe a once a week thing or a twice a week thing, but not an every night thing. So, as I said, I weighed myself this morning and I was at 178. So that's pretty good, I think. I feel like I'm on the right track and just taking in more water. I do notice I am still on the topiramate, and I do notice with the topiramate that my fingers, so it's one of the normal side effects, but my fingers and my toes do get like tingly, which is normal. It's one of the normal side effects. But also my taste buds like anything fizzy as far as like pops, seltzer waters, bubblies, anything like that. Just, ugh, it tastes nasty now. So now I could like only drink water or non-fizzy stuff. So that kind of sucks because that leaves my options only to like water, juices, teas. Um, and I usually like flavorful stuff, so I don't want to do juices because they're high in sugars, especially if I'm doing like more foods. And so I got to be careful with juices, but other than that, like teas with no sugar. Um, so yeah, I will keep you updated, but as far as the balloons go, if you are seriously looking into doing them, from my perspective, and this may be different from other people, and I'm curious to know, but from my perspective, it is not worth the money. I would say really invest in, not invest in a nutritionist or whatever, because somebody could tell you how to eat, but I think taking time to maybe do a cleanse, like where you have time to really dedicate yourself to it, and discipline yourself, that would be good. Taking time to food prep, even if it's just a few days, cutting things out slowly. I mean, it really is all on you. So don't waste $7,000, $8,000 on a procedure that you could do basically with a fraction of those, with that money. So yeah, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. And I'm sorry it took me so long to do this video, but hopefully this helps. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.